that's a real issue.
I bought halal chicken today at Costco by accident.
Oh, how'd that go for you?
It seemed like the same price. So
Can someone explain to me why that even needs to be a thing? And as far as I know, I saw how halal cows are killed, and it's pretty fucking graphic.
Yeah, it's
I think there's like a blessing or something goes on. I really don't know.
They're sacrificially slaughtered.
yeah, there's
Is that what it is?
Like a cow's,
slit.
their throats are
Okay.
slit, and they're alive, and they're
Yeah.
drained out. They're hung up and drained out.
Yeah.
They bleed out.
Oh, instead of the old Temple Grandin bolt to the head?
Yeah, there's a special knife. They string them up.
Yeah,
they
it's a
cut their
ceremonial
throats.
knife. Yeah.
The guy's like a religious sacrificer.
The cleric?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously,
He's
like
something.
He's
Well, it's like a
Muslim.
rabbi blessing kosher,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that is what kosher is. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But that's the funny thing is kosher food is the same as halal food. They're both sacrificed
Yeah.
religious for the religious
Yeah.
purposes.
religious
Well, they're like cousin religions, right?
Yeah,
They're
but
not,
don't you find that
yeah.
funny that Jews and Muslims hate each other so much, but they sacrifice their food the same way, essentially?
Well, that's because they're
But differently.
almost the same, but different.
Exactly.
They're
That's-
very
Which,
similar.
again, is something that is really dumb.
Everybody that's
Yeah.
almost the same hates each other.
I believe that he was the human and he existed and he did great things. I do not believe that he was the son of God. It's weird stuff, man.
No, but he was
religion's strange.
because he was.
He was a powerful rabbi.
Yeah.
However.
Super powered rabbi.
No, he was. Whatchamacallit there? He had all those powers and shit because he just knew he was playing GTA. It was just some dude.
Oh yeah, we talked about it earlier. He was
Had
just
source code hacks.
Yeah,
he,
he's
had,
just-
he had mods.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all modded out.
He's just a dude playing GTA, man.
Just command lines.
Yeah. And
It's brutal.
he became a prophet by
And
accident.
then the attack chopper dropped, and he was like, "Oh, that was the wrong code.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Delete, delete."
Yeah. There was
Oh,
a lot of weird
technology.
shit.
Oh shit! Don't
of-
bring tech into the old world.
Yeah.
Blowing minds.
We were Handsome Dan and I, Ghost McDougall,
at Handsome Dan.
and at
And
Ghost
at-
McDougall right here. But
At Ghost McDougall is me.
at Vic Save and at Handsome Dan, we're talking about that. The modding, is that all it really was?
Yeah.
Is that like is that what we're in? The sim world that we're in?
Yeah.
It's like slight modding.
I
But
saw. I didn't read the article, so I didn't really do anything. But I saw the title
skimmed it?
of an article on Reddit that was like, "Proof we're in the sim world." I was like, "That's clickbait."
Absolutely.
Did you see there's a guy that made he beat Sims of SimCity apparently?
Can you?
How do you beat it?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
What's
Is that
the
no
end?
one
Wow.
figured out how. I Vice obviously posted this. I'm a hate love relationship with Vice lately. I think it's junk news at this point.
It's gone to shit.
But this was kind of neat because you can watch the guy's YouTube video because he posted how he did it, but he made like a fucked up dystopian Sim City,
Yeah.
but it did win the game. He had like 6 million people living in it.
Holy
and
shit.
He spent like a year designing it on paper first
No way.
and then created this thing. And I watched his YouTube video. I was like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. But he basically showed how he layered the city out so that people had to stay in their little sections to maintain them, and everyone made the same money.
Oh man, it's Dread.
Yeah, it was like he made Mega City 1.
Yeah.
But like did horrendously dystopian, like communist dystopia
Yeah.
kind of though.
Well, like
Oh.
nobody's jealous because everybody gets the same amount of money.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is great.
And you
Same
and you work
hours.
to keep your circle running normally, and like every section does.
So
the
he
same
isolated
thing.
all the sections, so there couldn't be major travel
I
through the
think
areas.
It had a really creepy name, and there was like a weird. He made the building so there was a weird logo in the middle. Like he did it on purpose. He did everything on purpose to
Yeah.
kind of make it like a really creepy dystopian future city.
But that's the whoa.
I just
You-
wanted to scratch.
You
my
just
throat.
leveled down
Yeah.
in the sim world that we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I understood the game more to know, but the fact that he spent like over a year doing it, and this place was massive, like a few million people in it, and it could house all this other shit. And
That's insane, man. I never got that far into. I always got bored.
yeah,
I
with
never got
SimCity.
into Sim.
because it wasn't Sim City or it wasn't like Sims where you're really close.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Sim City where you design the city and
Yeah, the whole
power
fucking
structure
thing.
and the
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
and everything.
And he
right?
was like, I think he said he was like a city engineer in college or something like that. Or
Oh
some
man,
really
yeah. So
intelligent-
he had some sort of idea of
Yeah.
how to get the city to work.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
SimCity was cool. Like if you were a smart dude who had like a background in that,
Yeah.
I'm sure you could probably make it work.
I'm
He made-
sure it
yeah.
would be fun for like civil engineers to play with too.
Yeah.
I am not that.
Yeah, I am not.
No, even the regular Sim games, I can't be bothered.
I got
Oh man, yeah. The Sims
7
just like
minutes of attention.
the
Well, like,
sound of the Sims bothers me.
Yeah, the
Like
language.
The language.
Did
Yeah.
you know that they
Bah.
hired real singers to re-sing their songs in Simlish?
Wow,
It was
that's
like
dumb.
Katy Perry re-sang her songs in gibberish.
That is
essentially.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I agree, and
Yeah.
and it was basically for
Exactly.
for DLC content, right? Like you would download
Oh.
like this package that had all this dumb shit that related to a Katy Perry song or someone else.
And she simlished
Yeah.
The
you can look
the
it up
song.
on YouTube. You can
Oh,
see her
no,
in the
I
sound
won't be
booth.
doing that.
I know.
I will not be doing that.
I
That upsets
am
me.
really upset that I witnessed it, but
Yeah. God, that's gross, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember SimCity 2000 was a freebie with, like, the first computer I got.
yeah.
So I played it, and I mean, back then, what did you have? You had that and I think Syndicate. Like, those are the two games you played with back then.
And that's the one he did it on, SimCity 2000.
SimCity 2000.
Yeah.
Command and Conquer.
Oh, yeah, Command and Conquer's out there, too.
Yeah.
And I also had X-Wing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the very first
the
one.
flight sim one.
Yeah, the flight sim, which is really good. X-Wing was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I had the world's shittiest joystick. Like, that thing was, it was the kind of joystick where, like, it had no spring to it. So if you let it go, the stick would just flop over to the side.
Oh, that's
So,
a
like,
shame.
you had to hold it in the middle. So after a while, your whole arm's just getting
Yeah, yeah.
tired. You're like, oh, I fucking
It's
hate
kind
my...
of it's kind of a bummer.
It's a super
It's like,
bummer. But when you have it, you're like, I got a joystick, and you use it. Like, guess it fucking sucks.
garbage.
It's total garbage.
This is a 3-cent joystick.
Oh, it was awful. But I mean, that was the early '90s. That's
all
the way it
you
was,
got,
man.
yeah.
So that's all you had with your computers. First CD I ever got though was Day for Night by Tragically Hip.
It's a good CD.
My
Yeah.
first CD was
So I had a CD player in that thing.
Extreme's second album, which essentially was called Extreme 2.
Yes, it was.
Porno Graffiti, I think.
I think you're right.
Porno Graffiti.
Yeah,
Extreme
sounds
Two.
about right.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And then I got the third one on cassette for some reason.
I don't.
Well, you're still doing that
I
though. You were
went
bouncing back and
backwards
forth.
I was the only person in town with a CD player at that point.
No
I'm not
way.
even shitting you, man. I was the first person
Wow.
in Chauvin with a CD player.
You were high tech.
You're the coolest person in Chauvin.
I know. I saved up for it. I fucking saved up for it, and I went and bought it. And I was like, yes.
Was it like a Discman?
No,
Did you
dude,
wear it on
was
your hip?
like
No, like a
cassette,
boom
like
box.
Big
like a
the
boom
boom box. Oh
Not-
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
remember my first CD. I remember my first cassette tape, but not my first CD.
What was your first cassette tape?
The Ninja Turtles soundtrack.
That's a damn good cassette tape.
It was
That's
a-
And that's
really
the thing.
good.
I didn't even really have cassette tapes. Like
It was pink.
I had like
Really?
ones I found that my parents owned. Like I had a Survivor cassette tape and a fucking Lionel Richie one, and a Phil
Oh.
Collins one.
Yeah,
but they weren't mine. They were just in a box of junk.
They were
oh,
there.
Music.
And you put it in and you played it.
Belonged
Yeah.
to the house.
Yeah, seriously.
The
and
home
I'm
owned it.
like, what the fuck is? What's my music taste? Like I was so like, what?
Man, that's bonkers. The
And then-
first one I ever had was Squared Circle by Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
Cassette tape.
Yeah, cassette tape. First cassette tape I ever owned was Squared Circle by Stevie Wonder.
Nice.
One of like my favorites I wore out is still up there. It's Elvis Presley. It's
Nice.
it's up on the shelf there. It's I
yeah,
can't
on
remember
the
the name of it.
I used to listen to a ton of oldies.
Yeah, man. Or back then, music.
Well, no, they were oldies back then.
Yeah.
Oh, they were
Oh, like
oldies back
oldies,
then.
oldies.
Yeah, like
like-
oldies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a when I had a big brother, like the surrogate ones that you
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
He had
The program.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he loved oldies, like those compilation solid
Yeah, like the
gold.
golden oldies.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
exactly
And
what
I love
listened
that
to.
Yeah,
shit,
the,
man.
the
Like-
whole like it was all the different artists
Yeah.
in
And it was
one
like
big 50s set.
50s, 60s,
60s.
70s,
Yeah.
80s. Yeah.
He had all those
Got a bunch of
compilation
those,
tapes
yeah.
and stuff. I love that because I like that stuff.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
so
it's-
wholesome.
I just I thought it's
It's
so yeah,
wholesome.
right.
And that's shit that you will never ever get
is
again.
that not weird though, right? How there was
No.
an entire era of like super wholesome music. Like I know there was probably edgy stuff back then.
Oh,
but-
I'm sure, but
Well, I mean,
that's-
like
that
the
was, like-
70s still had metal. You
yeah,
still had Sabbath.
but when you think
No,
50s,
but like
60s,
if you go to the 50s, that
50s,
was
60s.
like super
yeah,
wholesome.
all you can
and
think about
then
is doo-wop.
Dude, Elvis.
Elvis was the dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him up there gyrating his hips
Yeah,
like
dude,
some sort of
that's
pornographic
sexual.
sexual tyrant.
That's where we're like we're this close to getting there again, but in a weirder way. Like
Yeah.
we don't want to offend anybody, and it's like we're gonna have people that are gyrating like that.
How
but-
strange, huh? In public.
Yeah.
It's like you'll be
So
in public
weird.
gyrating, and somebody's going to be like, what the fuck?
I'm offended.
I am offended. I don't know why, because I'm
Safe
kind of turned
space.
on right
Yeah.
now, but
Safe
yeah.
space.
Safe spaces. Oh, man. There was I can't remember who wrote it. I'll have to look it up and throw it up there, but it was in the National Post, I believe, about there's like a bill being passed that's going to
Oh, a
have
free
like
speech bill.
Free speech bill.
Not
Yeah.
the Bill C-16.
No, it's like
no,
M103 or something like that. It sounds like a
yeah.
grenade, like
Yeah.
like a Fallout grenade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
It's to do what?
something about free speech. I read
No, I
part
thought-
of it,
I thought
and
it
then I
was-
was like, but our
Yeah.
Bill of Rights
But really, it
basically
removes.
negates this.
Yeah.
Like you can't supersede the Bill of Rights. I don't understand how that
Again, I
works.
really wish I'd spent more time to read it.
I think it was to state that hate speech it will be like considered a crime or something.
something like
And
Yeah.
the problem is that you can easily blanket anything under
Yeah,
that.
Under hate
that's what it
speech,
is.
yeah.
Whereas it's scaring people is they're like, well, you're taking away freedom of speech because if you can't define that, the problem they're having with passing is they can't actually define hate speech yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
because
It could be anything.
you can't.
Because I mean,
can't
just
outlaw speech.
one thing that I think is hate speech. This person doesn't, and vice versa, right? So,
Yeah, exactly.
So that means that it's all hate speech. So therefore, we need to lock down freedom of speech. That's what
Yeah.
we're basically trying.
Nobody's
to do.
allowed to talk.
No.
And that's just like terrifying.
That's
I mean, I
scary,
hate
man.
censorship.
In an age where we can sit around like this
Yeah.
and do this and
Fahrenheit 451.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking at a time when there could be a time when we're not allowed to say anything about anybody.
Yeah, when
all
when
around a
freedom of
table like
speech
this.
is at its peak. Like right now, we are at a point where you can reach out to anybody in the world and say anything you want.
Yeah.
and they want to shut that down.
Yeah.
and that's scary, man. Like I
Well,
thought
I
we were
mean,
headed the other way.
We should be going the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should be going to a place where people aren't offended by every little thing.
You should be moving on and enlightened and a bit more mentally aware.
Yeah, I mean, think about like there was like 20 years ago when Bill Maher and Politically Incorrect showed up,
Yeah.
and that was like, yeah, Politically Incorrect is great. This
That
is
was
awesome.
a ballsy show.
It was a
right?
ballsy show, but now we've gone the other way deep when it should have gone.
Yeah, the pendulum overreacted, right? Like
Absolutely.
It was way over here, and now it's way
Yeah.
back over here. And
Yeah.
that's why
Which is messed up, man. Like
the American
that.
president is who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great
Really?
point. I mean,
Yeah.
like it's a very simple way to say it, but that's a true statement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it swung so hard to the social justice warrior side,
Yeah.
and when their pushback happened, everybody else is like, "Fuck that!" And as they
Well,
saw that wave coming, they ate it. They took it.
This is kind of what I'm hoping is that the pushback of all of this, like clamping down, will be horrendously offensive speech.
Yeah.
It'll be like, no,
It'll be
the
great.
only way we can fight this is with offensive speech. Like comedians are going to start not holding back anymore. They're going to start deliberately pissing people off.
be great.
Yeah.
People like Milo Yiannopoulos exist because
Man,
of this. He's a shit
so
starter.
funny.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a complete shitbag.
Oh, he's
But
But he's an
yeah,
intentional
he's
shit
an
disturber.
intentional
That's just
shit disturber.
A provocateur, right?
Have
Like,
you
if you want to call
listened
it that.
to him on the Rogan podcast?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoy those podcasts.
yeah. I mean, like I despise the guy, but like there is a
Yeah.
there's a need for a guy like
But
that.
Yeah, and he knows it.
He's
Yeah.
he's really good at debate. He
Well,
really
he's-
forms his points well,
Yeah.
and he will twist a little bit of your point to make it seem like you're
To make it seem
dumbass.
foolish.
Yeah,
But I really do think he's had a lot of practice faking it as well.
Oh, 100%.
Like I
I'm
mean,
not
like when
saying
you
that
see the
any of those are actually his
the
opinions.
social justice warriors who stand up at his rallies and they're like, I think you're doing this, and I'm like, and then he like so concisely shoots them down.
Yeah.
That's staged.
I don't
I
know
think
about
a
all of it.
lot out of
I think,
stage.
I think some of it could be.
Yeah.
But that's the reason he does that, or that's the reason he's doing it.
I
But
don't
that's
think
what you
it's
do.
Staged.
You
I
rehearse
think he
your
has-
act, right?
Well, yeah, he might have some sort of scripts
Yeah.
ready.
Oh no, I think that's true as well. But
But
I
I
think
don't-
some
I don't-
people who come up are staged
I don't think so.
at all.
I bet you some of them are. I bet
Yeah.
you some of them aren't. But I think there are people that he probably uses to help
to
encourage his
antagonize
point,
and
right?
make him look better. Yeah.
I don't think he needs to.
No, I think he does. I think every actor needs rehearsal.
It would be smart to do it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that he's had enough practice where he's had social justice warriors attack him.
Yeah.
And there's enough really outspoken social justice warriors
Mm-hmm.
who think that they have the strongest points of any argument.
True, yeah.
And will argue with anybody.
It could have gotten to the point now where he's heard the same argument so many times.
Oh, yeah.
That's
that
what
he's,
I think.
he's got it down. Which
Like,
is again, another
which
way
is
to
the same as rehearsing.
or another way of rehearsing.
I
yeah.
just don't believe that he plants those people as social justice warriors. I don't.
Yeah,
It wouldn't shock me if he
It
did.
wouldn't
though.
shock
Like,
me if he
to me,
did.
it's like
it feels really
it's the same
clean.
way propaganda is used, right?
Yeah.
It's like he's just using a smart tool that everybody uses to push their point
Yeah.
across.
Yeah.
Right? But you're right. Like, I mean, there's probably enough broken records out there that
Yep.
he's like, okay, well, I have an answer for this every
Yeah.
time you do it. You know?
Well, and that's why I feel that he doesn't have to
Yeah.
to plant those
Yeah.
people because they're stereotypes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, he only
But
needs
that too,
3
it's like-
scripts to shut them up.
Those guys like the Milo Yiannopoulos and Alex Jones, again, like a lot of these guys, I don't think they're real. Like I think that's a character they're playing. That's like Stephen Colbert playing Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
I think so.
But
Yeah.
I think that's why they do it.
Yeah, I
And
think
it's-
I think that's what it is.
Like they're 100%. If someone exposed Milo Yiannopoulos for being a phony, it's like, yeah, but he's doing it because he's
He
trying to
gets a
prove point.
reaction, yeah.
He's trying to prove a point, and he's successful.
yeah.
well, and it could be that they started a little bit down this path and then
Yeah,
got too far
Mm-hmm.
to be able to come back and come out as, hey, Stephen Colbert is a character.
They could be genuine neocons, right? These are the new conservative movement.
Yeah.
And they just went so far down to where they've moved into alt-right.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I mean,
it's
you-
too late.
you
It's
gotta-
too late
You
now.
got to think about it too. Look at the irony of the fact that this guy is gay and people are attacking him.
It's so
and
great.
and low liberal gender equality people are attacking this guy, and he's like, I'm gay.
Yeah, that's
He's an openly
why I
flaming
don't
homosexual.
think
and there
I
are
don't think he's real.
hard-lined conservatives that support him.
Yep.
But
I mean, that's not to interrupt you, but that's an argument that was not an argument discussion we had with Raju last year too about Alex Jones. I'm like, there's only two options with this guy.
That guy, I even think that guy's crazy.
But that's just it. Either we're watching a guy like lose his marbles live, which is sad,
Yeah. Which is possible.
or we're watching a guy just work the system because he's padding his wallet.
I think Alex Jones is pretty full of himself, though. Like,
he absolutely is.
I think he probably has outbursts like that because he's so full of himself and he just thinks
he doesn't want to be the wrong guy in the room.
Yeah, and he needs to. He thinks people like.
man.
The sad fact, there are people that follow him a lot.
If he's ever right, he's going to be the loudest guy on the planet.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I told you.
Friggin' told. He's a
lizard people.
air raid siren. Yeah, lizard people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he does a lot of research, and we've actually known some crazies here in town. Okay, we shouldn't say crazies. We've known some people here in town who are excellent researchers.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're intelligent people,
and they're highly intelligent people. But they're also like they get bonkers if you let them go.
Oh man,
yeah.
They just get on. They grab a theory or a ideology, and that's the one.
Yeah.
I have to win with this.
Well, we were talking about it earlier before the show. That's kind of like if you look at what Trump did to get to where he is now, it's no different than like some of the terrorist leaders in the Middle East. They indoctrinate, they're loud, they're obsessive, they find a common enemy with you.
Yep.
They show you all the things that they're actually right about, and before you realize it, they've radicalized you and you're an extremist.
Yep.
I mean, and that's the same thing that happened here in Canada. We had one guy read all the Trump rhetoric and then shoot up a mosque. He was like an indoctrinated extremist. He was radicalized and then he became an extremist. And then he turned himself in because that's the most Canadian thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you felt bad about it.
He's the most Canadian version of what a Canadian terrorist.
My bad, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, I fucked up.
He'll still do some fucked up shit, but then he'll willingly turn himself in. I'm sorry.
He'll be like sitting outside the RCMP at 4:30 in the morning, like, yeah, no, I fucked up.
I felt really bad.
He has like a fucking whole folder of all the stuff.
Yeah.
So there's no. He's like, no.
The case is just made. He's like, sorry.
Put me away. But I mean, that's why you just put him on a steamroller. Just fucking. I mean, you're defective. I'm sorry. You shoot up anybody, you're defective.
Yeah.
No trial, no nothing. Night this motherfucker.
Yeah, like what's the point?
Yeah, give him a warm cup of milk and a blankie, and just fucking get behind him and choke him till his brain don't work
Just
no
like
more.
Lenny.
Yeah, exactly. You night him like Lenny.
Yeah. Well,
read
dude,
him the story about the bunnies and put him to bed.
Yeah, let him look straight ahead.
Yep.
The dude that chopped that dude's head off is free.
He's free.
Fuck. How weird is that, man?
You gotta he needs to be he needs to be institutionalized.
No, he needs to be nighted.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
There is
You're defective.
Who would be upset about that?
Yeah,
No
you're
one.
defective. He
Well,
needs to be sent back for refurbishment,
Plus,
man.
what if it's
recall?
He needs a recall.
What if the family just decided, fucking, I'm going to kill him? It's like, okay, well, then the family kills him, then
They actually go to jail.
Yeah.
Well,
Or no, but
depends what his goals of care are.
I don't even mean that, though. I mean, like, they kill him and then no one cares. No one's going to attack a family that killed the guy who killed their kid.
No, but the system will put them in jail.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is fucked up. They should have just, like, the second he held that dude's head up, they should have
He
nighted
ate
this
some of that
motherfucker.
guy's brain, apparently, in his
Yeah,
face.
man.
Like, he's fucked up.
He thought the guy was an alien, like, out to get him, because that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, that was in his head. That was, like, a thing that was going to happen.
So
Aliens
also,
are going to come down.
Killing him is one thing. Eating him is probably also part of the fact that aliens, I think. That had to
Well,
Yeah.
that's how you get their power.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I know, right? That's how I get the power from my aliens.
Didn't
that
you
I
see
killed.
District 9?
Yeah.
I want to eat your arm. It's
Yeah.
like, what? Yeah, I'm going to get your powers.
Yeah, man.
It's like,
That's an old
what?
voodoo trick, man.
Yeah, man.
Eat the liver, eat
I was
the
telling
heart.
T-Strong she had to eat that guy's heart so she could gain his power.
Yeah, man.
Wait, what?
Man, T-Strong's
There's a
great.
girl at the gym. We call her T-Strong. Her name's Teresa, but she's fucking
She's super
strong as
strong.
fuck.
Yeah.
So we call her T-Strong. And
Awesome.
then she was talking about some dude. It's like, oh, these guys were really nice and da-da-da. I was like, yeah, but you got to establish dominance. She's like, they also call him T, though, so I don't know. I was like, well, if you want the name for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you have to kill him and eat his heart in front of him, and he has to witness it with his eyes before they completely shut down. Then you get his power.
Golly,
Oh, my
And
God.
she's
Yeah,
just
you got to doom.
Yeah, like she doesn't really understand weird
Yeah.
sense of humor, so she was like, you're...
You guys are
Yeah.
all
Oh,
fucked.
she's great.
Yeah. She
such an
understands
evil
us.
Super great. We bully her. It's so awesome.
Yeah, like
Oh,
she,
you got to be careful, though.
No, but
'cause that place is a safe space, isn't it?
Oh, I know it is, but
Oh.
the best part is she gets it. Like she
totally gets
She'll
it.
turn
She
around and be like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
learned.
That's
how
what
to
you're
deal
supposed to
with
do.
with our bullying.
That's how humans grow.
Yeah.
You see a negative response coming towards you.
Yeah, she didn't
You
shell out, man.
learn how to shut them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
She just
It's
became part of the group. She just
thinks we're
dishes it out.
idiots,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
And
which
she
is the-
realizes
that's the
she-
appropriate response.
Yeah.
These two guys are fucking morons.
Yeah.
I'm going to treat them like fucking morons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're harmless.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's exactly it.
Your words are harmless. I will throw words back at you.
But she also was able to gauge.
Commentary on that video.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah.
She
she
was
left it on.
talking about
Because you guys do lift videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she has a coach in
tapes
programming. She
all
should
of
tape
her-
all of her stuff.
all of her lifts.
Most people do if they're like when you're really serious about it. Obviously, right?
So she was gonna squat, and I was gonna spot her. And so she hit record. She's putting her wrist straps or whatever on, and she's talking about she's gonna deadlift after, and she'll probably do it in just her sports top.
Like she'll train some days where she just wears a sports top and whatever.
So she's like mentions it, and then out of
Off camera.
Dan's like 4 feet away,
Yeah.
so he's in the conversation,
But
but
off
he's
camera.
not in
Yeah.
frame on the camera. And it's just like, what are you gonna take your shirt off? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. Like I was just like being such a creep.
Just being
and
weird,
again,
man.
she's just like doesn't care, obviously.
Yeah.
But the best part is she's like, I think I'm gonna leave that in the video.
Yeah, it's so
It's
great.
just like-
and we don't sexualize her or anything.
No,
like that.
like,
No,
but
you're
the best part
treating her
is-
like one of the guys
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a sense, and you're friends.
Yeah.
And she has understood where that what the relationship
Like
is.
Yeah.
I would have literally said the same thing to him if he's like, I'm probably gonna take my shirt off for my deadlifts. I was like, I'm alright with that.
I've said that to my guy friends in the gym.
I would have been
I have
super
like
gay as
yeah.
much as I would have been super hetero towards her.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Like
the-
you're just being a creep on purpose.
Yeah.
'cause
just
it's funny.
you're making light of a situation. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's funny.
great.
That's
And
what guys do.
Yeah, it's even better that it's on video too.
Not all
Yeah,
guys
so
are just walking around like creeper rapists.
no.
It's at like maybe like 1 out of 5,000.
No. I
Maybe.
I walk around like a creeper rapist. I just keep it in check.
Well, you just keep that
I
shit in
keep my
check.
baser caveman instincts in check because I know better.
Self-control.
Please look at the camera right now.
I-
Look at that guy. Does that guy look normal to you?
I am not a creeper.
I'm not creepy at all. Hey guys, since we went on a good like beginning of the podcast tangent there,
Oh, yeah.
a whole bunch of shit. We got highs and lows or what?
I have a low.
Oh, just no high though.
No, I didn't really have anything this week that was like a high.
I was kind of like that with lows.
I have a
Yeah.
high.
Yeah,
Nice.
good. That's
Well,
good.
well, let's do your high first.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
come
yeah.
back to the lows afterwards.
Iron Fist trailer.
Oh, that was on one of my looking forwards.
What-
Yeah, really good.
What trailer?
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. The
Oh, the TV show. Yeah.
new Netflix comes out
Does it
like
look good?
like a month.
It
Yeah,
looks
it's
really
pretty
good.
sweet.
Yep.
They show the Iron Fist charge up deal. It looks
Who's Danny Rand?
Kind of an unknown British actor. Well, he's not. He's known. He's a
from
Downton
Game
Abbey
of
guy.
Thrones actually.
Oh, was he? I thought he was Downtown
he's
Abbey.
a super.
Oh, he's like a
Oh.
whiny little dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
when he's like a good swordsman, whatever. But he's
Yeah.
a little bitch as a character.
Yeah. Brutal. But yeah, the trailer's pretty good then.
Yeah, the trailer looks decent. I'm not. Super
I saw the photos, not the trailer though.
Yeah, I'm not super stoked on how the tattoo looked in the photos.
It's a little dark. Like it's a little painted on.
Yeah, it's a little painted and a little less tattooy.
Yeah.
But I don't
That
know.
sucks.
We'll see.
It is. It really looks painted on in the comics, though. But those are comics.
Yeah, they're comics.
Well, I
So I hope they weren't like we should paint it on. I would hope
Yeah.
that they should have just really redone it. Does it look the same?
it's the
It's
same
pretty
thing.
close to the same.
They should have
yeah.
just like jazzed it up and revamped it for the
Yeah, I think
live
it will
action.
need it.
It looks pretty badass
It
as it
does.
is anyway.
Yeah.
I
But
hope
it
it
just
glows.
it just looks it'd be cool. It's just a little bit painted. It looks.
Yeah, it just looks not quite right. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
that's my little thing.
Yeah.
All like the character setups. Have either of you guys read any Iron Fist?
Oh yeah.
long time ago. But
yeah. So the character setups, like the Rands are there, Harold Meacham's there, or not the Rands, the Meachams. Harold Meacham's there. Madame Gao from the Daredevils.
Well, she is like she's in there somewhere
Yeah,
with them.
like
she was
she-
making all the
she's-
drugs, the fucking stamp on
She's
it,
the
right?
leader of the hand for
Yeah.
sure.
Nice.
She's the chick.
You think she's leading the hand, huh?
I think
She
so,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
She totally was.
I think she's
Yeah?
one of the. Okay, did you read the Immortal Iron Fist where they go and have the tournament in Kunlun?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so she's the
Kunlun.
Kunlun.
think so.
She's the chick.
Okay, you think that's her?
Yeah, and she put forth the champion, whatever he is, Steel Dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's her.
That's gonna be Gao, huh?
I think that's her like overarching character.
So if
and she's
anybody
the
has seen
masquerade.
Daredevil, what's his name? The dude in the red that he killed and came back.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the leader. Then you think it's gonna be Gao?
No,
and
I
she's
don't think
controlling
so.
him.
I think that's Steel Serpent. I think that's her champion.
Oh really?
That she would have put forth in the like
That makes a lot of sense.
tournament to be the Iron Fist or whatever it is.
I mean, as much as I like Bullseye, I thought the way they killed Elektra was really fucking cool for the show.
Yeah.
I thought like it worked because he kind of became his new nemesis, right? Like he was the guy who could fuck him up.
Yeah.
And when he finally was able to beat him, the only way he could really beat him was kill his woman.
Yeah.
So I
Nice.
thought they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Did you see it yet?
He hasn't watched it yet.
Sorry,
I don't care.
dude.
I don't care.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't plan on watching it.
Don't read what I just said later on.
No, no.
Yeah,
no,
spoiler
I'm
for
literally
you.
not.
Dan got super upset with season
I
2
got,
of
I got
Daredevil.
bored and unhappy with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was there and then I stuck through it.
But I mean, I'm not going to say that it's unwatchable. I'm just like that's just how I
No,
developed.
you
as
just
the
got
show
annoyed
progressed.
with
Yeah.
the love story in the middle.
Yeah, I was unhappy with a lot of what they did, and I'm not saying I'm
Yeah.
comparing it to the comics or anything. I was just like, I got bored.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I see why.
Yeah.
I mean, the middle part got a little bit
but I won't
slow.
sit there and say the show sucks.
Yeah.
Because I still enjoyed it, and like, for the most part,
Hopefully,
it was okay.
season 3 is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I assumed they. Well, I mean, well, not totally assumed, but I kind of figured they were going to kill off Elektra.
Yeah, they'd have to.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of how it felt like it was going.
Yeah.
And they may resurrect her because they put her in that tomb thing.
She's there, yeah.
Yeah.
Which does happen, which is cool.
And which happens all the time.
Yeah,
And hopefully she goes bonkers like she does in the comic books.
Yeah.
Oh,
Comes
I
back
hope she
and
comes
just
back
It
with
probably
just
will.
a murderous rage.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
That was one of my favorite parts, but when they killed and brought back Wolverine, that Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent of Hydra.
Yeah.
When he came back and he wasn't right in the head.
Yeah.
And he butchered everybody.
Yeah.
That's makes perfect sense.
That was Mark Miller, right? Mark Miller and John Romita Jr.?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. It was right after Kick-Ass. They did that, and then they moved back to Kick-Ass 2.
Right.
I was digging through my comics and stuff like last week, and I remember because I started reading, but I stopped. There was that. I remember we talked about this a while ago. There was a thing where Wolverine actually, not the death of Wolverine, the newest one, but the one where he actually went to hell for a while.
Yeah.
And came back possessed.
Why
Does that
did
sound
he go
familiar?
to hell?
Yeah, I know.
Didn't somebody sent him there? He didn't actually die.
No, but he did have
He's
to go there.
banished there.
And then
he
he
goes-
came, but came
goes
back
there to
possessed or something.
get
right?
somebody or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And he
feel
was
like
evil.
that wasn't Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. That was something
No,
else.
No,
but I want to
that's
look
well
that up
before
again.
That sounds super familiar because there was like I was reading so much for a while way back then,
Yeah.
and my brain just kind of farted a lot of information out.
Yeah, and a lot of it gets blended together when
Yeah.
you're reading a ton.
And for a while, it seemed like I'll say ever since Avengers Disassembled until maybe that heroic age.
Okay.
It's like everything bled into everything else. There was nothing but events and crossovers.
I think that was totally just a we want to make money thing, and they kind
Well,
of
and
just
we don't
I
have
totally
any
think so,
good
yeah.
stories,
Yeah.
so let's just make
I hate
everybody
that.
fight everybody.
yeah.
yeah.
And that's what happened. Like every major summer event was everybody fighting everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh man, and it was fucking 5 or 6 years that shit.
Yeah.
Because what was the first big one? It was probably the Skrulls, the Secret Invasion.
Right.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
That was right after
Civil War,
I-
then Secret Invasion, then there was
really-
Fear itself.
Yeah, which is that was I think that was along the lines of why the Wolverine thing. It
Fear
started
itself
to
maybe.
sounds right.
because
Yeah.
it was like weird shit was going on, weird demons were coming out of places, and people
Yeah,
were
because
getting
they
taken over.
were making everybody into like Asgardian destroyers.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then maybe that was the
I think
series
that's what
where
it was.
Wolverine went to hell, or
Yeah.
sort of.
Then what was after the Asgard one when Hammer kind of like falls to shit? They go and they storm Asgard.
Is that Dark Avengers after that?
Well, Dark Avengers go with Norman Osborn. They
Yeah.
take down. Well, they try to take down Asgard,
Right.
and they end up just getting their asses handed to them.
That's during,
Yeah.
not after.
And then I just walked away. After that, I was like, all right, they're bringing the heroic age, which is going to be like the new age of comics.
Yeah.
And then I just walked away. I'm like, I'm done.
I just need a break.
Book shut.
Yeah.
Well, my high is very Marvel as well.
Okay.
Legion was fucking awesome.
Oh, did you
Holy
watch
shit, I
first
did.
episode?
I really did. It's a mini movie. It's about an
Nice.
hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes.
Nice.
And it's like the Royal Tenenbaums version of X-Men. I would say.
Cool.
It's very bonkers.
Yeah,
like it takes
that's-
place in the current day, but he's an unreliable narrator, so you don't know what's going on.
Super dry dialogue and
No, it's actually very sparky. I'd say it's moving.
Oh.
It's because he's crazy. David Haller's nuts,
yeah, I just
right?
think of like
But the great
Tenenbaums,
thing is
though.
you can't tell whether it's like Big Fish, where he's telling stories
Yeah.
and you don't
Yeah.
know if it's reality or if it's exaggerated
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if he's
Exactly.
hallucinating or what.
Oh yeah, and there's great stuff going on all the time. I mean, there's like Aubrey Plaza's phenomenal. She's just out of her mind. She's a little bit of a nutter. The aesthetic of the show is like from the 60s.
Oh,
but
like the color schemes?
the color schemes, the clothing, the hairstyles, the cars, the
Oh, fun.
phones, it's all from the 60s.
Fun.
But it feels very much like a 1964-65 Manchurian candidate-y psychodrama kind of a thing in a mental hospital.
Cool.
If Wes Anderson directed it.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
And all the music, I don't know if you guys have heard like Bell Orchestra or Bell Orchestre. They're a French Canadian musical ensemble.
Okay.
Oh,
They're all just like it's an orchestra.
They're
Pretty much,
writing
right?
the score basically for at
No,
least that episode?
they're not involved with it.
Oh.
But it sounds very much like that. So if you
okay.
have heard it or do get a chance to listen to it, As Seen Through Windows is their first I think really their only album. They do a lot of stuff with Arcade Fire.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a very cool sound. So it really played with where his headspace is at.
Cool.
Like when you're listening to the music, you're like, man, it's a lot of like cello scratching and friggin' like, bottles breaking in the background. And then he's just fucking shattering desks and blowing out walls. You're like,
Because he
he's
doesn't know how to use any of his shit or what.
he doesn't even know he's a mutant.
Oh, okay.
He really doesn't understand he's a mutant. He's
No.
hearing voices
Yeah.
and
Well, then
moving
it's been
things.
hidden from him for, like, that's the basic story, right? Like,
Yeah.
like he grew up, no one told him he was a mutant.
He was sheltered from mutants.
Yeah.
And then there, it's crazy, man.
Nice.
It was
Does he
really
even know
fun.
that they exist?
I think he understands. Yeah, he does. He does know mutants
spent his
exist.
entire life in a mental institution?
In the show, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But not in the comic.
Not in the comic.
Okay.
No.
So he basically,
just
like, stuff
raised
blows up
isolated.
and
I don't know
weird shit's
Yeah.
happening, but he thinks it's all in his head?
Yeah, he thinks there's like ghosts and shit. And he doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't think the girl who's shown up, like the girl who he decides is gonna be his girlfriend. He doesn't know if she's a ghost or she's real.
Okay.
I mean, not a ghost, but she doesn't know. He doesn't know if she's a tangible human being.
Yeah, like a hallucination or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Even
he does,
I don't think it's even a hallucination. I think for him, he's like, are you just? Are you real?
Yeah.
Like, who made you?
Yeah.
Can everybody see you? Like, he doesn't quite get even if he's hallucinating.
Yeah.
Ah, it's terrific, man.
Huh.
It's
Alright.
really good.
That sounds
maybe I'll
cool.
watch that.
Yeah,
tonight
absolutely worth
or
checking
tomorrow
out.
morning.
And that's,
I think there's only 8 episodes.
Who FX is putting that out?
Yeah, Noah Hawley and FX are
Okay.
doing the whole
Yeah,
thing.
but they're doing it weekly, right? Like you can't binge
Weekly.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 weeks on FX.
That's cool.
Yeah, really cool,
I-
man.
A
And they
couple
give
of
him
the
a lot of rope.
podcasts I listened to were pretty excited about it, and I was a little bit kind of trepidatious, so
Mhm.
I didn't think it was out yet.
I think everybody was though, because we talked about it last week too,
Yeah.
where all the reviews coming in were really weird.
Yeah.
They're like the strange new, like what's happening? It's bonkers and shitty, and we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So like, fuck this show. And then everybody this week was like, that's the greatest thing we've ever seen. So then I thought, oh man, it's gonna be typical X-Men.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna enjoy it. And I watched it, and fuck, it is not typical X-Men.
Cool.
Yeah, it's all over the map.
I'll get into that.
Yeah, man, it's really worth watching.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, so since we don't have any more highs, what was your low?
Oh.
You had a low.
Well, like, I don't care about the Grammys, but
Okay.
but there was a number of bands that I really liked that actually got nominated because they were actually showcasing the metal category for
Yep.
once. And Megadeth won it, and that is probably the last band that should have won. And that was my low. It was just like, I don't even like the Grammys. I don't want to participate in anything they do. But when I found that out, I was like, this is like a fucking just another typical like reason why no one should watch the Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Because-
they lured you in by actually showcasing some good
nominating
metal.
Gojira, nominating Baroness, nominating bands that are amazing and not stale and overdone and
And then
opinionated.
The deserved to be spotlighted.
85-year-old Megadeth wins.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
gave it to fucking that loser who can't get over the fact that he got kicked out of Metallica.
Yeah.
Still.
They were your Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
That was your
Basically,
Jethro
yeah.
Tull moment.
Yeah, when Metallica wanted to win and Jethro Tull won.
Jethro Tull, because they couldn't cram him into another category.
Yeah, because they're like, I don't know. Put him in there. Yeah,
Oh,
so it was
fuck.
just like, you guys gave Metallica, or not Metallica, Megadeth. Nothing, they whatever they put out this year wasn't really that good.
No, man.
From what I understand. I didn't even listen to it.
I haven't heard Megadeth in maybe like 20 years.
And they're still pumping out albums.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Pumping out albums
Yeah.
and nobody cares.
Last time
Yeah.
I fucking saw Megadeth, I left halfway through the show because I was bored, and the only thing I liked about it was some kid threw a shoe and hit him right in the head. And he just stopped and walked off stage. Just immediately.
That's worth the price of
Do you
admission
know
right
what?
there.
I can't respect a singer that doesn't have the reaction time of George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, duck.
Yeah.
It's a
He dodged 2 shoes.
Yeah.
And the singer of Megadeth can't dodge 1?
Man.
Awful. You're fired.
Granted, I mean, he is a singer of Megadeth. There's not a whole lot.
No, he's crippled,
Going
man.
on
That
there.
guy
Yeah,
is like a
he's messed up.
900-year-old man.
He's George W. Bush, dude.
Yeah, but he's riddled with alcohol abuse and cocaine.
all right.
abuse.
Cocaine abuse, and alcohol abuse.
And
it's,
I'm
it's pretty
not
bad.
saying you should compare the two, but it's like, yeah, George Bush can fucking dodge a shoe that's from like 10 feet away
Yeah, it was.
in a small conference room in like
Yeah.
Iraq or
Whereas
something.
the concert was probably in a huge,
was Shaw.
huge.
The guy threw it from the
arena.
ground at Shaw.
so he didn't see it coming at all.
No,
It was,
Well, there's a lot of
staring at
lights. Yeah, he doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
But I do love the fact that it hit him, and he's like, "Fuck it,
Yeah,
gone."
didn't miss a beat. It was almost like he meant to do it. He's like, hit me with the shoe, and I stop, and I go. Like,
Well, and whose shoe was it?
I don't know. Someone probably
Was it a
found
heel?
Did you?
No,
Are
no.
you
Was it
bad
Adidas?
enough at the concert to
I
take your
guarantee
own
you
shoe
it
off
was-
and throw
Oh
it?
yeah.
No, I guarantee you it was a found shoe that from the mosh pit. 'cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
always,
Oh,
that's
that's
always
right.
shoe
Yeah, that
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
He's
Yeah,
like,
that makes a lot more
sweet.
sense.
Fuck you.
Yeah. As
yeah,
a guy
I
who
mean-
worked in a mosh pit,
Yeah.
there are lots of shoes down there at the
Always
end of
a
the
couple
night.
of shoes.
Yeah, I just was like, come on, man. Like, there was a chance to see something cool at the Grammys
Yeah.
like that. Like, give it to Baroness, give it to Gojira. Gojira posted on their Instagram page. They were like, man, they were interviewed. Like, it's like, we never in a million years thought we were a death metal band. We're like, we don't care about the Grammys. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
To get nominated, and they made a category to recognize the fact that these bands exist is like
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a nice honor
Yeah.
to at least be nominated, but then to
And
be
they-
slapped in the face with Megadeth.
Yeah, well, Baroness was like, they, I don't know what the right term is, but they were obviously annoyed.
yeah.
And they're an amazing band. They kind of just like passive aggressively posted shit like on their Instagram the whole time, being
Excellent.
like, "Oh, so Metallica or Megadeth won." Okay,
Cool.
Well,
yeah,
they
like,
are.
great.
They're like moving forward.
Yeah.
They have grown quite a bit
Fucking
in their
40-year-old
30-year
band
career.
that-
Yeah.
Blows.
I didn't realize it was 1984.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Because I mean, like that is so brutal. It's like, oh well, we'll get all these great bands out there, and then like, yeah, everybody's gonna vote for the only name they know.
Well, they obviously
right?
didn't. It's not a vote. It's obviously like, hey, give it to them. Because Metallica probably wasn't nominated. I mean, maybe they were, but they were performing.
I don't know much about the Grammys, but I'm assuming that it's the same as the Academy Awards,
yeah, it's
right?
yearly album releases or something.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the people voting are all made up of the people who are there in a sense, right?
Well,
Yeah.
But
I thought it was
like I
thought it was a board or a
Yeah, so
council
did I.
or something like that.
no, like SAG is you have to be a Screen Actors Guild member, right?
Member, yeah.
And then the Academy Awards, like producers, like if you work in motion picture arts, then you're part of that guild or part of the Academy.
Okay.
Then they vote for the
The
films.
whole Academy votes.
Yeah, everybody does. Like Michael Douglas will vote, and like Martin Sheen will vote, and like Scorsese, some producers, cinematographers, and all that.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at the Academy Awards is the reason that you don't get innovative films is the same old tired ass white men vote for the same shit they know. The Academy, like Katy Perry's not gonna know what fucking Gojira is,
No.
so she's like Megadeth. That's the
Yeah,
one.
I've heard of Megadeth. They've been
Yeah.
around forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not to knock on Katy Perry. Maybe she's a huge fucking metalhead, but
Yeah.
like people like that, Taylor Swift's gonna be like Megadeth, schmamp.
yeah, or they're just told to. It's
Yeah.
like give them
And
a
they're
Grammy.
They're
And-
bought. They buy a lot of votes, man.
Bought and paid for.
And there was a lot of
That's my
apparently-
beef with fucking Spielberg and that stupid sniffy guy. I'll get to that later on.
Oh,
But we'll talk about that next.
Well, I look at it too. It's like Metallica had an album that came out that it's not good, but everyone's talking about it. It's like a new for them because they like changed what they were doing.
I thought it was good for Metallica. Somebody told me it was good for Metallica.
It was good for Metallica
God,
except for
that's
the drumming.
hurtful.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good
Well,
for Metallica. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they performed and they didn't win the award. But then Megadeth won, so I don't know if it was like, well, there's Dave Mustaine like, haha, like,
Fuck you guys.
you know, and they're like, we don't care. But then like, why didn't a good band win? Why didn't a good band win?
That's brutal, man.
Like,
Because Hollywood hates you.
well, they're just-
Specifically.
obviously, I understand why. Megadeth won.
specifically hates Dan.
I couldn't believe that. I didn't even know Gojira and Baroness were nominated.
Yeah. Mhm.
So to find out that they were
like,
nominated after the fact
and
they
you
didn't
found
win,
out that Megadeth won.
Yeah.
You're just like, you fucks.
and I'm just thinking to myself,
sucks,
I don't
man.
even remember when Megadeth put out an album this year. So why the fuck did they win an award? You know?
But that's just it. It's like they did. The album sucked.
Yeah.
But everybody only knows Megadeth, or like their label campaigned harder. Yeah.
But then why didn't Metallica win? Right?
Well,
I don't know, man.
So maybe it was a slap in the face of Metallica.
had,
Maybe it
Could
was
be.
political,
had
right?
more money to put into it.
Maybe.
Yep.
Or they're like, hey, you can perform, so you can win.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
can't win and perform.
You don't get them both.
No.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's like that, right? Where they performed at the Grammys for a while over and over again, the 80s or 90s. They performed a lot, never won. Like, they're on
Okay.
stage, never won. I can't remember who it was, but I don't know. Maybe Michael Jackson was winning all the awards back then, so he's
Maybe.
like, "Fuck all you guys!
That could be.
Look at my arms full of Grammys. It's
Yeah.
the greatest ever." Chance the Rapper, no
Yeah.
label, no nothing.
That was awesome.
That's killer, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Is then a guy
Yeah.
like Chance the Rapper wins, it's awesome.
It's really good stuff.
But like, why would you give Chance the Rapper something?
Yeah.
But not give a fucking credible metal band something?
Because there's been a rap category for longer.
No, I know,
So,
but
so
they're
it's
saying-
developed into the ability to give
Well,
Chance the Rapper
I
something.
also think he's trendy as fuck.
He is
Well,
trendy
that-
as fuck.
yeah.
Well, not on purpose. He's
Yeah.
just he's
People
created
love
his own
Chance the
trend.
Rapper. He's doing Kit Kat commercials,
Yeah.
man.
But isn't that awesome that he's an unsigned artist
Yeah.
that won an award and he deserves it? I
A
think.
streaming
Like,
album.
if
He
you're gonna give
totally
it-
does deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that to me, it was like, well, then if anything, that should justify giving a better metal band the award
Mm-hmm.
over Megadeth, right?
Yeah.
If the Grammys wants to prove they're not stale and shitty, they shouldn't have given an award to Megadeth.
Well, my
think-
point is that the rap category has grown into that, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's a mainstream category. It's like a best motion picture.
It is
category.
now.
Well,
but
yeah, it's the
but
hip-hop.
In 1996, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Right. So this is for metal. This is the 1996.
Exactly, because they
Metal
had
category,
they had
right?
metal categories, but they were like you
Well,
said,
wasn't it
Jethro Tull
combined
didn't
with-
tell us.
I feel like that
was
was
metal
the
and
Jethro
something.
Tull year.
no,
like-
like
It could be.
they always had it.
It's like 94 or 95,
it
somewhere
would
around
never
there.
be televised or it wasn't a big deal, and it's more of a big deal now.
Yeah.
This year for some reason, but
Yeah.
you're right. Like it's
Yeah,
probably like
it's-
his metal is still finally trying to crawl its
like
way up
in
from the
5
hole.
years, then it'll be.
Well, Baroness will be more recognizable. Gojira getting nominated is huge.
yeah.
Like that's a band you would not expect to get nominated.
So
for
then,
an award.
then that'll
Yeah.
give it a chance to grow. Maybe some people actually.
Yeah, like you might see Cradle of Filth perform or something. Fucked
Oh
up like
God!
that.
Could you fucking
Oh,
imagine?
that'd be amazing.
At the Grammys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like they don't win but perform. That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Yeah, just perform. That's
They
it.
would probably take a dump on stage just to like
Just because.
just because we're Cradle of Filth.
That's what we do. It was in the name.
It's in
Not
the
that they
name.
do that.
The
but
dump
they
was
would-
implied.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
It was an implied dump.
Implied poop. Yeah. The song's called "Shit on the Stage."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, for fuck's sake, what'd you think you're gonna do?
We will be performing shit on the stage. Yeah.
Oh god.
So that was my low, but I was like, I don't even like the Grammys, so I should really not care.
Yeah.
But I was surprised to see bands I like in there for once.
I don't know. I mean, like for me, that always comes across that thing. It's either bought and paid for, or it's just like it's a matter of popularity, which is why I think like Chance the Rapper did win, and
but that's
Gojira
good.
didn't, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody knows what Gojira is, but
No.
they're not trendy yet.
No. Well,
they do. They dropped an album with Skrillex.
Gojira
They'll
opened-
fucking win like crazy, man.
Gojira opened for Slayer when they came here.
Yeah.
And to them, that's a great honor. But Slayer fans have no idea what Gojira is because they're like, it's beyond their comprehension of music structure.
Yeah.
They're Slayer, right? Slayer fans. Slayer fans would not know how to compute Gojira.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I'm watching Gojira having my mind blown, and everyone else is kind of like,
When's Slayer coming?
When's Slayer coming on? I'm like, you guys are idiots. They're cavemen.
Yeah, they're cavemen.
Slayer fans are cavemen. I'll say it.
Oh, fuck them. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Slayer fans are cavemen. Oh, that was a mighty fine low though.
Yeah.
Because it was like high and a low.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there was a lot of
But I forgot
a lot
about
of
the
growth.
Chance the Rapper
But
thing.
yeah, Chance the Rapper thing was really good.
nuanced.
It's great to hear, man. It was nuanced. Yeah, he's a deep fella, handsome Dan.
That's right.
lot going on.
Layers like an onion.
Inside my brain, yeah. Lots. Now, most of those layers have been peeled back.
Yeah, that's why he stings.
Yeah.
That's why he smells so
That's
bad.
why my smell is so strong.
Did you have a low there, Ghosty Ghost?
Well, finding out that I used 7.2 gigs of data today would be a low.
That would be a low. Yeah.
That's a low. It doesn't
not
have
knowing
to be
why.
not
entertainment-based.
not knowing why or how that I use twice as much data as I normally use. In a
Also
month.
talking to Rogers
Jesus.
and still not knowing why.
Yeah.
Were you just on Skype all week?
Yeah.
Just had it on.
just on? Just
You were live streaming
my
Facebook,
life.
yeah. Facebook live streaming your entire
Facebook,
life for the whole week.
Instagram.
Hey, which reminds me, we might start doing that pretty soon here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
do
we'll
that.
start doing some live streaming. I've got a rig coming in,
That's
so
not
we'll
bad,
set it up.
Somebody was asking why we don't put why we have the lag.
Ghetto Professional.
Yeah.
That's
Lag.
one word. Will
Just not the lag,
the live stream?
not the live, just the way we put episodes out.
Yeah, we tape on Sundays. We release on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are we caught up now?
Yeah, we're caught up. Like
Okay.
this is gonna go up in 3 days.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking me about it, and I was like, well,
Well, before our gear was like shit.
Yeah.
And I'm doing everything alone.
Yeah.
So that's
We're
really
not
what's just
helping
helping.
you.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
Yeah,
I was like, it's a lot of work for Saber.
It's a lot of jobs. Like, I mean, I'm working a few jobs anyway, and then
Yeah.
this is like my fun time thing, right?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of lag there. So if people are wondering and listening, that's what it was. It was just like I had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. But we're caught up now.
We're caught up now.
So that whole statement is superfluous.
superfluous. But now, hopefully coming up in a couple, not a couple of weeks, maybe in about a month or so, will be, there is something else going to go on where I might not be here for a while. We'll get to that after the show.
Okay.
But, yeah, if we do get a few ducks in the row with the rig coming in, I ordered an Amazon little dealie to hold our shit up. Nothing
Oh, cool.
fancy.
Yeah.
Just stuff that's going to clamp onto here at the end of the table
Yep.
and just like stream us as we go.
Book
Cool.
light.
Yeah, it's just a book light.
we
It
should-
won't be attractive at first, but it'll look all right.
We should try doing that like at a location or something.
We
Ooh.
absolutely should, because like we were talking about once already, we missed a couple wrestling events.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like that would have been fun to do one. For
Royal Rumble?
The Buck kind of hosts like Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah,
and then
we could do
you can
something
do
ridiculous like that.
Everyone bets like
Oh, yeah.
you pick numbers for shit.
WrestleMania is coming up too, so
Yeah.
that'll be a lot of fun to have that going on.
Yeah, that would be good to do.
Really cool. But yeah, 7 gigs of data is a hell of a lot.
it's too many. I don't understand.
Bud, what is your computer doing right now?
Oh shit. This gets too
There's a
slow.
little guitar hopping on the bottom there.
Oh yeah. What's happening there? We might have to do a little something.
Have we stopped recording?
We might have. But we're gonna start now again.
All right.
So
Oh, that looks to be only 15-ish seconds.
yeah, I'm not totally sure what happened there, but if there was a skip in the audio,
Well.
that's what that was. But
It may have just been us talking about what we might do later, so that's fine.
we do, but we also have backup audio too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will just make that work instead.
Okay.
But we're back.
I
to
don't know
normal
when
now.
that started. I just looked over and saw it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that's a good thing to see when it's what's going on. Hey, let's we'll cut all that shit out. Let's go there.
Hide that.
Hide that. Hopefully he doesn't do it again. But I'm that is an old as shit computer.
Yeah.
Another thing that's being upgraded soon is
Cool.
is some more of our audio stuff.
nice.
Yeah, so not too shabby at all. But we have some stuff that might be looking forward to type things.
Oh, I like.
Did Ghosty know that we're getting a Lazarus Contract comic book? The sequel to the Judas Contract?
No.
Deathstroke's takedown of the Teen Titans?
Oh.
Yeah, it goes. Remember he sent in Terra, and they kind of took down the Teen Titans from the inside out,
Yeah.
and made them all wonder what the fuck was wrong with their lives.
Yeah.
For not seeing they were infiltrated and screwed over, and Deathstroke humped that 16-year-old, and nobody talked about it ever again.
Destro banged a chick?
Statutory rape deal. Yeah, she was like 16 and Deathstroke was
was it?
landing to her. Terra. Remember she was the one that had the ground powers? Geoforce's little sister?
Yeah.
I don't know the Teen Titans very well at all.
I'm sorry.
Like only the cartoon, which is not accurate.
I keep saying Daredevil. Deathstroke had this whole plot that went on for like a year. And then he took him down.
Yeah.
And then they beat him up, and he ran away, and then it started years and years of Deathstroke. But now it's going to be the Lazarus contract, where he's wondering if they could bring because Wally West just came back to the DCU.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like
the original Wally West.
The original Wally West.
That got lost in the Speed Force, right?
Yeah. So now he's like, well, if he can come back, maybe Ravager can come back, and I'll bring my dead son back, and we'll kill you again. So that's going to be this one.
Right.
The Lazarus contract, which makes sense.
But
Lazarus.
so at one point there, Deathstroke raped a girl.
Yeah, Terra.
Statutory.
Statutory.
She was into it.
Yeah, but
But she
Deathstroke
was
should have
too
known
young.
better
Yeah.
because he was fucking 40,
Oh, yeah.
and she was 16 or 15.
Something like that.
Right.
Not old enough.
No, it was like controversial and then glossed over because like Deathstroke got really popular.
Yeah.
Right.
So they didn't retcon it; they just never talked about it again.
Huh.
But
Okay.
really, when you realize that's what he did, you're like, oh, so he is a bad guy.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the actual story of Leon the Professional,
Right.
but
Not.
Yeah.
not. Cause
But Leon was
older.
totally not into it. Leon was being seduced, and
Yeah.
he was trying very, very hard
Very
Yeah.
hard.
to
Yeah.
tell that kid to fuck off. But
Yeah.
he owed her a murder
Yeah.
because she paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Something that I don't know if this is a lot of speculative bullshit on the internet, but I did actually come across an article, which is funny, that apparently Marvel had a whole line of social justice comics that they were going to really try to push.
No way.
They were out. Like I'm saying, they're out, and they did terribly, and they've just completely just stopped.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll give
Burn
that.
them.
Like but they were the whole point
on
was
here?
to kind of do the entire universe. Like they were going to make characters more socially aware and social
Justicize
justice
the-
aware.
That's awful.
And like make the mutants more of like make mutants into more of like a
Touchy feely.
no like they're a minority group,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
and not treat them like mutants, but treat them like a minority group.
But they already fucking did this.
Exactly. But the
Like,
thing
this
is
was done in the
But
80s.
they're doing it more like for nowadays.
So there's
But,
people
like-
being offended and
Yeah.
Remember like Dazzler and shit when they wrote the word mutie on her poster?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They already did all
No,
this.
I know, but that was like it was like essentially you're dealing with racism. But
Yeah.
this is like a modernized version of it, and not just mutants, but everyone. Like you'll have like the whole thing with Civil War, how Captain Marvel is fighting Iron Man, and it's
Yeah.
a woman. Like they're saying that their sales dropped off dramatically because of the fact that regular comic book readers are like, I'm not into social justice shit.
no.
Yeah,
And now-
don't
and now they've,
retcon
like-
shit to like make it more
To
relevant.
placate the masses.
Yeah,
no,
exactly, to
But
placate the
unfortunately, it's
masses.
typical comics. Comic book companies see something,
Yep.
and then like they want diversity, so they start putting diverse characters in, and then it's like,
Well, they force diversity in.
yeah, they force diversity, and then it's like it's really obvious that you're doing it,
Yeah.
and then the fans are like, you guys are dumb.
This
Like,
is
Yeah.
stupid.
You're making bad characters.
yeah, do you know what? Just make more Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, or just
Yeah, you know what?
Like-
just
make-
put Cloak and Dagger out there.
just make characters
and put
just
good
make
writers
comics.
in there. Yeah.
Don't revamp guys. Don't make fucking Thor a woman because you need to. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just like you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Who was the writer? Was it Christopher Priest who had that whole DC universe? It was all black superheroes and they were all really fucking good.
I don't know.
But like the sales just weren't there, and DC kind of folded the company.
Oh.
But it was man, it was really good. Like Static Shock was in there and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
They were
okay.
They were great, man. Like it was a
I
really,
really
solid.
like Static Shock.
Yeah, it's really cool. Don't totally quote me on that. I don't know if Static Shock was exactly part of that.
But that was
group
like
that is in the same era.
Yeah, that was a whole mini company, and like Icon was another.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was like the Black Superman.
But I think
basically.
he was the big one, the red
But they-
suit.
yeah,
he had the
but-
black.
But they
And
were
they-
in the DC universe though.
no,
weren't they?
but they became into this DC universe.
they were
okay.
they were like the Watchmen, right? They
It was-
weren't
it
in
was-
DC
Wasn't
Prime.
it a different company? Wasn't it a startup company that DC bought and then only kept a few characters from it?
I feel like it was like what funny enough Icon Comics is for Marvel. They're not mainstream. Not like Max, where Max is like they use mainstream characters. But
Yeah.
it's a separate universe. Like it's a real world thing.
But I thought it was more like Image. Like a couple of artists and writers started a thing, and then DC was like, "Hey, that's a good idea. We'll take that."
Yeah, no, I think it was more along lines where DC published it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Could
DC
be.
actually published it straight, but it was not mainstream DC universe.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
It sat
It's
in one
outside
of
of continuity, and then
Yeah.
they brought, I think, just Static Shock and Icon
I think that was it.
into the main continuity.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it.
And they were solid though, but it's just like I don't know why
Icon's
they kind of
cool.
ditched it. Icon's really cool, man.
Yeah.
And he had like really like a fucked up like history too. He wasn't
Yeah.
like a clean cut Superman.
But he was for sure Superman
Just like
because of totally different reasons.
Different reasons.
Superman's like, I was brought up wholesome, and This is why I have
Well, it's
values.
the same moral fiber or standing as Superman, but from a different area. Right?
But it was like it was relevant to kids who don't grow up white and privileged
And from a small town.
found from a small town
farm,
adoptive family.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that's what I need. That's what you need more of. I don't need you to make I don't need Wally West as something to be black, but I need another Speed Force character to be black. That's it.
But do you know what would be great?
wanted.
I don't need Peter Parker to be black, but I really like Miles Morales.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. You can make those characters. Like,
Well,
if
and
they can
just-
make Spider-Gwen, then they can make a fucking black Spider-Man. Just make another
just
Spider.
Miles Morales.
But
Yeah,
just
he's already out there.
don't
Yeah.
turn Peter Parker
Yeah.
black.
Yeah. Don't make
As a shock judgment call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we need diversity. Guess
Make
what?
Miles Morales. He's got a cool backstory. Prowler's his dad.
Yeah, man.
Like you've got stories.
He's
there.
got a cool a cool backstory, a cool family story, and he's inspired by what he thinks is like Spider-Man. He needs to do what Spider-Man did because he has the powers.
Yeah.
Like
and
I've got powers. I
He
can pull
wants
this off.
to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then he gets to be Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stupid to just create a new world and just change up races or gender or nationality.
We know that it doesn't work because it hasn't in the past, right? It's
it's
sales go
awful.
down, sales suffer, or things you change things that aren't really good changes and they just don't work.
Puts a bad taste in people's
But
mouths. Like
that-
people
I blame
smell
how
bullshit.
cool Black Nick Fury was on the whole thing. Like
Listen.
Black Nick Fury was so fucking great,
Man,
And people are just
it's-
like, let's make everybody like Chinese and
They
black and
just
woman.
decided to make Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury.
Yeah,
is
which
what
is
they
the
decided.
best idea.
And do you know what? He found out, and he's like, "Listen, you can continue to do that as long as I get to be fucking Nick Fury." If
I
you
think
make
there
a
were
movie.
more expletives in that
there was
conversation.
way more expletives
It was just like there were less non-expletive words in that conversation
than expletives.
than expletives.
Yeah, they were outnumbered.
Fucking what a great choice. But no, I mean that was cool. That was you don't need to make again like you said a black Peter Parker. However, if you do it's not going to happen now, but if you're going to make a new movie and you're going to cast a black guy to play Peter Parker, it's got to be Peter Parker. Like I need Peter Parker to be the first Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That story has to be the first story.
But
Yeah,
they shouldn't. But again, it's like why are you casting a black guy?
But
We
if
know
they
that
do
means,
that,
it's-
fuck you. You have Miles Morales.
Exactly. You're not going to get that.
But no one would
But you
understand
can't
that.
start with
Yeah.
Miles Morales because you need Peter Parker to have Miles Morales.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
needs Peter Parker to chase after.
He's not alternate
That-
realities Peter Parker.
No,
he's
he's-
other Spider-Man
he's-
in normal reality.
Yeah.
taking over the mantle.
Yeah.
No.
Which Miles Morales Spider-Man animated movie 2018.
Yeah, that's coming up pretty quick.
Uh,
They're working on that now.
Yep.
That's gonna be cool, man. I like him as a character. I like
Yeah.
that he's mainstream now. He's in the 616 universe
He's
now.
cool. I like him.
Yeah, which is weird. Like I didn't like how they did it. Like I was reading a lot. I was
How they
trying to
pulled him
bounce
from the
back
Ultimate Universe
in the
into
battle
the
world and all that
616.
kind of
Yeah,
shit
I
they were
don't-
doing. It was like a dumb event that Marvel did. That was
Yeah.
too DC,
Yeah.
and it kind of it was ugly and messy and gross.
you're speaking about Battle World.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
but
just
Secret
ended
Wars,
up with too
the
many,
new Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just ended up with too many fucked up continuities.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay.
Like how Old Man Logan is now the new Wolverine because they needed a Wolverine.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we'll this fucking battle world, bring him in, and then he can see the one in the adamantium, and we'll
that's
tell him you're not the same guy.
But that's also the way they can market the movie, right? Like
Yeah.
That's how they get more awareness to people, so they can go, oh, I know this.
Exactly.
I can watch an Old Man Logan movie.
Yeah.
But that's not at all Old Man Logan.
No, but I don't care.
I'm wondering what's going to happen there now too, because one trailer's got him with the classic burns, the classic sideburns, and he's like giving her shit. I think she shaved him when he's sleeping. She's like, I saw a photo of you. I'm fucking taking the mustache off. I'm taking the chin off.
That'd be
That's
so
Wolverine.
Great. That's so great.
God, I hope that's what happens.
I enjoyed the Super Bowl trailer of Logan.
It was really good.
Yeah, that's
It
the
was-
only one I've seen,
was
actually.
really
It was like no more. I was worried that it was going to be really spoilery, but it really wasn't a lot more footage.
Yeah.
It was a couple little longer scenes.
Connective tissue.
And it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go see that. I'm drawn in.
I'm cool with it, man. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
I was.
I like Lone Wolf and Cub. Lone Wolf and Cub was one of my favorite comics.
Yeah, man.
Oh, excuse me, ever. If they pull that off here.
Well, I
just
think that's the
so
idea.
worried
Yep.
with what they did with all of the other Wolverine movies.
Yeah, they had like a really bad one and then a moderate one. Well, that's the thing, right? A really bad one, a moderate one, and then a really good one.
Hopefully,
Pendulum swings.
hopefully.
Hopefully it works
I
out.
think it'll be good. I'm not worried about it.
Other news also, we have a Star Trek Discovery's finally shooting.
What's that?
It's the new Star Trek show.
next Star Trek.
Oh.
Yeah, the
So-
TV show. Well, the Yahoo. Is it? Yeah, no, not Yahoo.
Oh,
it's
the TV
CBS.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
So
know
the
anything
CBS.
about this.
Pardon?
What time frame are we looking at here for this show? Like,
Well,
is it
shooting now.
Pre
So
next. No,
next
I mean,
Oh yeah, no, it's
is it
I think
post-Kirk,
it's
like
it's post Enterprise pre Kirk.
huh?
I think.
What?
Yeah, it's pre-Kirk.
Wasn't Kirk the first captain of the Enterprise?
No.
No. Well, I mean, really, it was Pike first.
Oh, right.
Commander Pike.
Yeah,
but
okay.
after they kind of retconned all that shit, we now know that the NX-01 was the first Enterprise, and
okay.
Archer was the first captain of the very first Enterprise.
I didn't know
Well,
that.
and I don't necessarily mean, I shouldn't say Enterprise. I just mean like the Federation exists, right?
It does.
Yeah.
And so this is like earlier than
Kirk.
Earlier than
Kirk.
Kirk.
This is earlier than Kirk,
So
and
this
it's
is
not
like
the Enterprise.
really new.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
glad
new
that
ship.
it's not the Enterprise.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, especially because we got that, like... I mean, I want more non-Enterprise Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Because you
I
guys
enjoy
hear
Star
about that
Trek.
whole thing, why we'll never get like a high-res or a high-def Voyager or DS9. Because they have
the
to...
way they shot it?
Well, not just that, the way they shot it, the way they redid Next Generation and the original series,
Like when they released them on Netflix?
when they released some... Oh, yeah, the whole high-def releases.
Yeah.
They essentially took all the effects, 'cause the effects weren't there, and remade them all.
Oh.
They redid everything. They took every frame of animation or every frame of film was like repolished and remastered.
For Netflix?
And then for Netflix, well, for the new re-releases, the
Yeah.
HD releases.
So
The
why
HD
didn't
was
they
like-
do something about that shitty makeup then?
Well, some things just look great, right? Some things look.
You're
good.
not going to
No.
just reshoot the entire
Yeah,
show.
you're not going to reshoot the
I
whole
just
thing.
love how it still looks. It looks worse.
But
now,
they're not
like-
going to CG all that shit on.
No, no,
Yeah.
I know. But it's like, couldn't you have like done like a
Oh,
wipe?
something.
Just
Like,
like gloss over, like
freshen
you
it
got-
up a little bit, would you?
Snapchat filter so
Yeah,
you
you got-
can't see
yeah.
where the brush strokes
You got
end?
Instagram
I
filters.
can make it
and
look
shit.
better on IG.
Yeah.
So why can't you make it look better on Next
This
Generation?
is what I'm wondering. Is like, how am I
But
going to
yeah.
see all the makeup on their face?
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that was the thing. They were not going to do it because popularity wasn't there for
the other two.
DS9 and Voyager. I guess the sales weren't super high for Next Generation either.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so they're like, it's just not worth it.
The people that like that show
Yeah.
have already bought it enough times. They don't need it in HD.
Yeah, I mean Netflix.
Yeah.
It's out there. I know they redid it and the Blu-rays and whatnot, but I'll just either Netflix it or download it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Those
go buy the hard copies
remastered
again.
sales are not ever going to be the same.
No, man. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
Especially like back in the day when you were buying the box sets, they were fucking $150, $200.
And nobody's buying. Hardly anybody is
Well,
buying.
they're
box
doing it
sets
now
like
because
that
HMV's
anymore.
closing, but that's the only reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Run in there and get your shit.
Cheap shit. That's all.
Netflix is taking over.
Yeah. I mean streaming's gotten so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really like compression rates aren't as bad as they used to be. Like things look
They're
really
just-
fucking good on
just
Netflix
getting
now.
better, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to want to go out there and get a whole new box set over again.
And then one day, Canada won't be in a third world country for internet providing, and
Yeah.
then
For services in general.
Yeah.
Because we suck at all that shit.
Oh,
It's
it's
awful.
awful, man.
What do
Did
you
you
got?
guys... Oh, well, we're almost done here. We have the... did we talk about the new Samurai Jack trailer?
Yep.
I
Last
didn't-
Sunday.
The newest
We
one?
watched it.
No,
we
not the
talked-
teaser.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I didn't watch the trailer.
No, the
There's
trailer.
a trailer?
Yeah, there's a trailer.
Oh man,
I
I
think
gotta
I
watch
saw that.
Samurai
It's
Jack.
incredible.
Man, I'm annoyed that my laptop died because I have Samurai Jack on my external drive,
Mm-hmm.
but my PS4 doesn't read the giant external drive, so I
Oh.
gotta like transfer it onto.
You must have. Are you sure?
Yeah, I tried it.
But
You can't just
can't you
plug it in?
format the drive to work a certain way so it is?
But you have to wipe the drive then.
Yeah, but I got
Oh.
like
Oh, you'd have to erase everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
like 3 terabytes of TV and movies on there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't know you had to like
You
completely
pirate.
erase everything.
No, it's lots of it's from. I ripped
It's
all my.
all legally ripped from my CDs and DVDs.
I ripped all my DVDs.
Well, that's all right.
Because Kira bought it for me, and I was like, man, I'm putting everything on here, and I have all the DVDs still.
She
in a
was
box.
really proud when she found that one for you. That was a birthday gift, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time, I think it was like the most you could
It
get.
was the biggest hard
The
drive.
biggest
on
hard
the
drive you can
market.
get, yeah.
I was really excited about it.
That's pretty good. And now you can't access any of it.
Well, I can, but it's just a hassle.
Hmm.
It's just because she bought a desktop not that long ago, and it's not hooked up to the TV anymore, and my laptop died, and I gotta recover the hard drive and get.
What you need is a really long cable. Yeah. What you need is like a 28-foot HDMI cable, and you're good to go.
You can get those.
You can get those. They're purchasable. Yeah, that's kind of like what we had this week. We had pretty slow week. Power Rangers animated series.
What?
Really?
Power Rangers animated series getting put together.
Really?
For what?
Yeah.
Who's
I've only
putting it out?
seen stuff about the
I
Power
think
Rangers
Saban's doing it, and they're going to put it on Fox.
live action.
I'd assume, yeah. But yeah, they're saying there's so much buzz and people are really into it, so now they're going to go right ahead. I think they're actually like it's in production right now.
A Power Rangers animated TV show might be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not super stoked on the movie.
Yeah, it looks a little bit too Iron Man-ish. I was never a Power Rangers guy, so it's not something for me to bitch about.
I was. I don't even know why I was.
That was your age group, man.
I enjoyed it,
But it
and
was
I
so
knew
bad.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time I was watching it, I knew it was terrible,
Yep.
and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those costumes, all that bullshit. I was like, God, this is a terrible
Yeah.
show. Why can't I stop watching it?
It's just one of those things you have to keep watching. I mean, there was like the idea that we didn't have a lot of live action martial arts shows as kids.
That's fair.
So when that came out,
Yeah.
it was pretty fucking fun.
Yeah.
You know what didn't hold up though was that Next Mutation, TMNT.
What is
The Next
that?
Mutation. It was a live action Turtles like TV show.
Oh, I don't know
What?
anything about
Yeah,
that.
it's on Netflix now. I saw it on there. I'm like, oh hey, they had a new
Live
character,
action.
Venus de Milo. She was like the sister turtle
That
that
wasn't live
Splinter
action, was
fucking
it?
forgot about.
Oh,
Yeah, it was all live action, and it's awful.
that's
Weird.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, it's not terrible. Like when you watch it, you're like, it's not the
When did
worst
that-
thing I've ever seen.
When did it come out?
Late '90s, I think.
Really?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
late
Man,
90s.
I feel. How did
97?
I not
Yeah,
know about
because
that?
it wasn't good.
Yeah, I think it's like 20 episodes. There's not a lot.
It didn't do well.
Do you ever see that fucking Japanese Spider-Man TV show?
Oh yeah,
That was essentially Power Rangers, but with Spider-Man in it. 'Cause
when he would
every-
jump on the
every-
walls, it was
yeah.
all backwards.
Yeah, and everything would monsters would grow giant, just like fucking Power Rangers.
Oh, awesome.
It
It's
was
terrific, man.
So bad, but awesome.
That was really good. Live action American one was pretty good. There's a live action American Spider-Man TV show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was not bad.
I didn't know that.
I mean, at the time it wasn't great.
But the,
like,
the
it wasn't
Japanese
bad, but
one
right
was
now
like
it's not great.
70s.
Yeah, I think 70s or 80s. Like it wasn't terrific.
He had like a motorbike or a helicopter or something, a car. I don't know.
He had a bunch of
Spider
stuff.
car?
Yeah,
I actually had toys based on that cartoon.
Did you?
Yeah, my aunt, she gave me this set. It was like a helicopter, a car. It was a Corvette
Nice.
with the gull wings.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
Corvette.
It was a Spider-Man
Amazing.
Corvette,
Oh.
little
the
motorcycle.
least convenient car to web sling into.
Yeah.
is
No,
Gullwing-
yeah,
Gullwing
no, it was
doors.
it wasn't gull wing, it's T-top. Sorry,
Yeah.
Oh, there.
So,
there
I
you
mean-
go, all right.
Fucking
it wasn't. Yeah, it's a very small opening.
Yeah.
That's essentially Spider-Man performing a Halo
yeah.
Yeah.
to get into there.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys got? You had any looking forward to for you two fellas? Well, you're getting your phone set up, so that's for you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Which is like,
I'm not really looking forward to that, but
well, you're not looking forward to dealing with those motherfuckers.
no, but whatever. I'm looking forward to not paying a $400 bill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a good point.
That's insane.
What else? What? Oh, it's February. I
Yeah,
don't
it is
know. I'm
February.
just really excited about this whole year of like comic book movies and TV shows.
Not excited for Valentine's Day.
No.
Valentine's.
Even more or less because I'm working
Valentine's
it
Day.
now, and it's like
Oh,
the most
yeah, that's
depressing idea I've ever heard in my life for Valentine's.
Lonely Hearts.
Lonely Hearts karaoke. Like you're calling it that?
we're just gonna
They're
we're gonna,
actually calling.
we're
it
gonna take a
that.
second to bash the place you work for
Dude,
in half a
it's-
second.
It's on the Table Talkers. They made a whole fucking thing.
No,
I
that's
looked
pretty
at it,
rough, man.
And I laughed on Saturday when I read this.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey man, they need a guy for Tuesday. Do you want to work? I'm like, ugh.
You're like, yeah, sure, I'll work. Oh,
Yeah, like I want the money.
no.
But I was like, what day is it? Why would they? Oh,
Why a Tuesday?
Oh, good
I don't know.
lord.
We got a nice little date planned.
yeah.
Well, that's all right.
We got like
Getting a heart-shaped pizza.
little late morning massage,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna go check out the rec room like early afternoon. Hopefully, it's not retarded busy,
Yeah, I'll be all right.
and then maybe go for sushi, and
Not
then
bad.
do nothing.
Was I talking to you about how guess what the rec room is going to do? They're going to open up a rec room in West Edmonton Mall.
Oh yeah, and they're saying how it's never been done before.
Yeah.
So
They're opening Reds again.
I was just gonna say, so Reds.
Yeah, but
so
they're like, but
if Doug is
everyone's-
listening to this, losing his fucking mind.
So
But
so
people are
Reds with
getting-
no
Just wanna-
concerts.
yeah,
but everyone's
essentially.
getting fucking blown away by this because they're like, oh yeah, West Edmonton Mall, that'll be awesome. Like
gonna
they
have an
had-
arcade?
They had that
and like a bowling
for
alley.
fucking 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had
And
a
it-
decade of that.
yeah.
I don't understand. It's
It
people-
did great for 10 years, and then people didn't want to go there anymore.
It didn't do great.
Well, it didn't do bad.
No,
I
but
was
it-
there.
It was,
I was
I know,
there
but
for
it
a
stayed-
long
but it's
time.
not saying
saying
open.
it was
Stayed
great.
It-
I'm saying it did pretty
We
great.
did really well for the first half and a bit.
But I mean, are they going to put it in the same spot?
I hope so.
You know?
Yeah, no, that's a sport check now.
Yeah, but are they going to close all those fucking stores? And there's Bed Bath & Beyond in there in the same spot. Like, there's all sorts of shit in there.
There's a bunch of stuff.
But are
there,
they going
yeah.
to close that stuff and reopen?
No, this is,
there'll be
um,
5-year leases for like sport check and
They'll
shit
be-
like
they'll
that.
add on.
If I'm not wrong, it's a Cineplex thing. They're gonna do somewhere around there.
Yeah.
like they own that.
It would
building.
make sense.
Yeah,
They could
well,
just attach it.
Cineplex owns Rec Room. Like,
Yeah.
that's
So
like,
maybe they're going to combine, or they're going to close that Cineplex and reopen it as a rec room.
Could be they'll do some stuff on the side there.
Either
'cause
way,
they
that
have
just
a lot of
makes me
space.
laugh.
or maybe like downstairs from the Cineplex
Maybe.
because it's at that one end, right?
I'm not gonna speculate anymore. I hate those places.
No, and exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm just laughing that it's like, well, that's been done already.
Never been done before.
It's never been done. When when a few of us who'd been there the first time around heard that, they made a big statement of how it's never been done in Edmonton ever before, ever. First time, we're great, we're awesome, we're
like-
innovators.
Everyone on social media should just be Reds.
Take a
Reds.
big filthy
Reds.
fucking dump all over the
Reds.
Well,
stage.
even rec room.
Reds.
Rec room is essentially Reds.
Reds.
Yeah, it's the same
Anyway.
thing.
Reds.
So like, I don't understand why they're like,
Gateway
hey,
lanes.
you know where we should open that up?
Gateway Lane.
We should,
Gateway
we should
Lanes.
open that up West Edmonton Mall. That'd be a great place to do that. Like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Gateway Lanes was the first place in town that did that kind of thing.
Like combination.
Yeah,
like a
bowling,
big, like,
arcade, entertainment.
all-in-one.
Combined
Yeah,
thing.
all in one combine.
I heard
yeah.
that's what they were going to build where the Greyhound station was downtown.
That's such
Really?
a ghetto area.
Yeah, but that's why they're building all that shit.
Yeah,
Our city is like so fucking nice, but so ghetto at the same time.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
my neighborhood apparently is constant car theft.
No, no
I had
way.
no idea. And
Man,
it's
that
so
whole,
nice there.
that whole alley is just ghetto.
Yeah.
But the front of the street is nice.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you there's fucking meth labs in that alley. But, like, I don't understand how there's regular car theft.
Are you a little hurt? They haven't tried to steal your car. You're like,
no,
you're,
I feel like
you're a little bit
No,
disappointed.
I feel like they have, but they just can't get into it.
it's all
Because
busted up and shit.
I've had people try to pop the lock out of that, and all they did was pop the lock into the door,
and then they're just like, oh,
and then they can't
shit.
open it. Yeah.
All right.
And
So
I've had my
totally
car
fucked
rifled
this
through.
up.
I've had my car rifled through. I left the window open one night in the summer, and then there was just fucking paper all over the
Oh,
inside
that's
of it.
wonderful.
So yeah, I'm surprised because it's a nice neighborhood. Like
I had my car. I've never had my car rifled through, but I had my car that had just rolled over, got rifled through
Yeah.
as I was like picking up the pieces off the road. And I walked back up, and there's a guy like just in my car,
wow.
and his ass is sticking out. Like, hey, what are you doing there, buddy? And it's like I'm thinking he's gonna be, was anybody inside? Just trying to see if I can help.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm just trying to look for the keys so I can take it away. I'm like, you're not AMA. Like, you're not the AMA guy. Who the fuck are you?
What?
Yeah. So then he put his head back into it, and I just put full thrust kick into the hip, and he ran away.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a weird situation. I'm
Some
like,
people deserve to get beats.
yeah, there's no wheels on the one side. Some people need to start getting choked again.
Yep.
I just think there should be some sort of like weird
You gotta
biological
have a fear
takeover.
of death.
You gotta have a fear of fucking up.
Yep.
Like that you might
Consequences.
don't die.
You know
Consequences.
what
A
that
good
you know what
choke.
does that for people? It's beating your kids.
That's true.
That'll put the fear into you.
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna save that one for the next podcast. That's where we're gonna
Beat
go
your
because
kids.
we're gonna pick this up right where we left this shit off.
It's like, you know how people learn to be scared of things is when you beat them.
You beat them.
Yeah.
You put the fear of God into
If you
them.
don't give people fear from a young age, they don't understand fear.
No, and they don't understand
I was talking to my
consequences.
mom yesterday, and she went with some family the ice thing. The ice
Oh, the
structure there,
castle?
the castle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they give you, like, you've been there, they give you a little rundown, like, please don't step on these things,
Mm-hmm.
don't break these things off, whatever. We're trying to make this thing nice for lots of people.
Yep.
Don't, like, punch a hole through our ice castle.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Exactly. You know what? Plain and simple. The thing that makes you a dick, don't do that.
Yeah.
And she's saying how this one mom told her kids, okay, these are the rules. Don't do the evil shit that your brain wants to do because you're
Yeah.
fucking 6. And they're like, okay, mom, we're not going to do that. And they're well behaved. And this dad is like breaking shit off and showing his kid, like walking up in places where he shouldn't have been. My mom just wanted, like, I could tell she wanted to choke him. The
Yeah.
way she was describing him.
He needs an older woman to slap him a bunch of times in the face.
Just
Yeah.
hit him with an umbrella.
like a grandma.
Well, she doesn't carry one, but she might start if she hears
should
that.
probably just
Or
start
a
carrying
cane
a
or
parasol.
Parasol with a very sharp end.
Yes.
Yeah, just
Start
poke him.
fucking
What are you
poking
doing?
guys.
Yeah.
That's against the rules.
And if possible, electrify just the tip with a
Bam.
small
Just the tip.
dose. Small dose of electricity.
Enough to move you,
Yeah.
but not enough to kill you.
Yeah.
Fucking
Enough-
people need to
enough
start
that
getting
you
choked
know
again.
you fucked up.
Yeah. We're going to have to just leave this alone because we're all getting too angry now.
No.
Well, I'm going to thank Handsome Dan.
Hey, I'm here. I am on the Twitter now, but it's the Handsome Dan because
It's-
apparently my spelling of Handsome Dan was taken on Twitter.
No
Well, I mean,
way.
there's like 60 million people on Twitter.
I
so-
agree, but I was able to get it on Instagram only a year ago.
I know. I'm just saying.
And
I guess so, yeah.
Twitter's
That's not too long
big,
ago.
way bigger than Instagram.
That's true, yeah. But yeah, so the Handsome Dan I had to use.
Not at No Fuel Monster.
No, it's in there though.
No Fuel Monster's kind of been
He's
like
got it
ignored.
tagged.
Yeah,
in there.
I'm way too lazy to run more than one
You
of
can
anything.
barely run.
Is it Handsome
one.
Dan and then your name is the No Fuel Monster?
Yeah.
Oh, is it for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent.
Or no, not my actual name. It's in there.
It's
It just
like-
says
Yeah.
No Fuel Monster.
No
It's
Fuel.
the
Okay, I'm okay with
description
that.
is No Fuel Monster.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. How about at Ghost McDougall?
At Ghost McDougall. I have a Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
You've
it was
already
just-
forgot it.
It's Greg McDougall something.
He's already forgotten the
Maybe
name.
it might
He's
be-
forgotten the password.
Might be Greg.McDougall82. I don't know.
The email that he made for it is gone.
No, I only have one.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is the BSFW Podcast.
Yeah.
At
Twitter account.
BSFW Podcast on Twitter and Instagram.
On all
I'm
the social medias.
At Vic Sabe.
I forgot to
Post
tag
with most.
it in when I shared last
That's
night,
all right.
but I got to remember.
They know what we're doing.
I know, but it just helps. Right?
Yeah, it helps out quite a bit. But they're probably listening to this, not watching this anyway. So if I do tell them it's in the description below, they're not going to know. So like, share, subscribe, comment,
Yeah, something. 'Cause
post, do something.
I know we're boring on YouTube, but I don't know what you want from us.
Just turn it on and let it play.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
We'll interact with you if you interact with us.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, you know what? That's what we're going to do. If you interact with us
Yeah, we'd reply to comments.
in a month, so say like in February, people reply, like, yeah, just
if people
put
actually
whatever.
post comments on, like, do it. fucking comment, man.
We'll start talking to you and talking about you, and maybe you'll get your ass in the show if you want that kind of thing to happen. What could possibly go wrong?
Couldn't.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What could possibly go wrong?
All right then. I've probably already figured it out by now.
I hope so.